incredible hope. Let me confess that the Holy Week which we had, to me, was such a great blessing. I don't recall a Holy Week which was full of blessing like the one we had. During the teachings we had throughout the week, God has spoken to me. Let me not say to us, let me say to me in a great way. I thank the preachers who shared, the moderators, and I want to say that we are looking forward for something similar which will take us through even as we go, because that is the only way we can grow. Now, disciples wamejifungia ndani ya nyumba. Things are not good. All what they expected, their hope was in Jesus. But now, he is dead. But also there is another danger, because the Romans also may harm them. And now they are just learning and hiding for their safety. But they have forgotten all what Jesus had told them about his life. That he will die, but in 3 days he will resurrect. It has escaped their minds completely. But before we judge them, I want us to look at the story. Mary, the Magdalene, she is a lady. And we have spoken so much about her throughout the week. Remember that it was at this time that this lady, at some point, Jesus had forgiven her for the sins she had done. And she devoted her life to Christ. And when everybody else was learning and hiding now to make sure they are safe, there is this lady who would take courage to wake up in the morning when it was dark. Sio kawaida wa mama kutembea when it is dark. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. You agree with me, ladies, don't dare walk when it is dark without the dangers. But besides the darkness, besides all the dangers, in spite of whatever was on the way, she said, no, I have to go and see the Jesus. And I'm sure they wanted to go and anoint her body, his body. That means they too had forgotten that Jesus had said that I will rise again. And I want this one to speak to us today in a very simple way. When Mary reaches at the grave, at the tomb, the first thing she realizes that the stone of the entrance has been removed. That was a shock. What might have happened? What is happening? We expected the body of our Lord Jesus to be safe in the tomb, but now the stone has been moved. I can see the surprise in her eyes and the shock. Our first reaction was to run back and tell Simon, Peter, and other disciples, mambo sio mazuri, the stone has been moved. And with that message, the disciples set out to go and witness what has happened. And the Bible notes that they were both learning. Everybody was learning towards the tomb. And other disciples were faster than Peter. They ran faster. But also when they reached at the tomb, he stood at the entrance. Peter came last. But when he reached, he entered the tomb and witnessed. You know, the Bible does not record some things to entertain. It records some things for us to learn something. These disciples all learned towards the tomb very fast. But at some point, they didn't go beyond. Can this be compared to a spiritual journey? Whereby we are all on the race, but at some point there are some who are faster, but there are some who are slow. We all go at our pace. God has given us a pace. We don't move at the same pace in everything that we do. God has given us our pace. There are people here who have been given a pace of prayer. God has given them that anointing to be prayer warriors. But they have reduced their pace because they think they are running alone. Hello? They have reduced their pace because they think everybody else has been left behind. There are people God has given a pace in every other service, in leadership, in organization, in praise and worship. But they have forgotten that it's God who has given that pace. Other than moving forward, they have stopped because everybody looks to be back. God here reminds us that move with your peace. Tell your friend, move with your peace. Yes.